Welcome back. Remember, this is always your show. It's so informative. We are real, we are relevant, we are relational. We don't just pick topics. We pick topics out of experience, out of the questions. We listen to the crowd. Our ears are all on the crowd. We have a full-fledged structure to do research and to know what is ailing our generation. Because if we don't do it, it will be to us who will be asked. We are the ones to be questioned. What was it that happened? Why did you keep silent? Why didn't you speak? And so we're basically bringing out the issue of mentorship because we've realized that so many young people are looking for mentors, so many women are looking for mentors, so many men are looking for mentors, children are looking for mentors. We're looking for people we can emulate. We are looking for people we can look up to. And the work of mentors is to create a relationship, like I said, to create a connection and to create an experience. So what are some of the aspects that are developed in a good mentorship? A good mentorship should develop what I call a shape, S-H-A-P-E. I call it a shape because if you're doing mentorship, those 5 segments, 5 components are very important in mentorship. S for spiritual gifts. Good mentorship is foundationally a spiritual development model. So you develop the spirit because if you don't connect with the maker, you cannot become the person you're born to become. And regardless of whether you're born again or not born again, your connection with your manufacturer, the manufacturer who came up with a product known as you, is the only being who handles and carries the manual for you to become the person you're born to become. And we go to the next step and to understand that you are the only person who can become you. And so when you're looking to a mentor, when you're seeking for a mentor, that mentor should be connected to the person who made you. Because the first thing to be developed is your spiritual sensitivity, spiritual gift, your spiritual eye, your spiritual ability. Because if you connect to the maker, then your passion is developed. Your passion is unveiled. Your passion is brought out. And once you operate from your passion, then you are able to break all the barriers that are kept before you become. Moses was a stammerer. Moses being a stammerer, he was to be mentored by any person who came to their life so that he could be a deliverer to the Israelites. But remember there before, Moses was raised in the palace to understand kingship, to understand rulership, to understand the military science of operation. He couldn't lead if he was not a general. He couldn't lead if he didn't understand the political activation of leading people. He couldn't lead if he didn't have power and the control that when problems came, he stood out. Spiritually, he had to reconnect back to the whom I am, whom he met at the burning bush. Spiritually, he was awake. He wanted to hear that voice. That is the voice. That is the preparation. That is the touch that turned a stammerer to be a leader, to be a political leader, to be a king, and to be a military general, to lead more than 3 million Jews out of Egypt. Spiritual gifts. So when you're looking for good mentorship, shaping of spiritual gifts is very important. If mentorship is not dealing with spiritual gifts, then that mentorship might not have fruits. H for heart. Every mentorship should be a heart to heart. The heart condition, the condition of the heart can be the human problem in the world. And so good mentorship has to be a relationship from the heart, and it must develop a big heart, a heart that can connect with others, a heart that can also embrace others, a heart that can connect with possibilities. And it must open up that heart so that this person will not be wounded. This person will heal. Mentorship does not only come up with a model that builds, mentorship also comes up with a model that heals. I remember when I was growing up, I went through a lot of stuff. But it is out of mentorship that I've been able to speak out. I've been able to share my fears. I've been able to share my worries and my limitations. And my heart has been developed that I am able to sense it is my time to move. Even if the circumstances show me like I cannot move. Anytime I have connected so well with my mentors, and I have very good mentors. I am not going to mention them via YouTube, but I have got very good mentors. But I think I can mention a few of them. I have very good mentors who have built me. One of them is my dad. And we have a heart-to-heart connection with my dad. My dad has taught me to fight and always stand firm. And I have gained a lot of military courage because he was in the military. And I have picked this to be my model of the fight. I'm always moving towards success. My mom has taught me affection. I can relate with any person. My mom is that person who can always connect with anyone, regardless of who they are. And that is an aspect that I have picked. I don't care whether you're stinking. I don't care whether you are an addict. I can be able to embrace you. That is a heart condition. I have also this guy known as Pastor Samuel Moshele. He comes from Elder Maravin. I went to college with him. And this is a guy whom I watched and studied. And this guy helped me to develop a heart for missions, a heart to reach out. He just didn't speak so much, but his heart is open to all that. I've also gotten an opportunity to share with others. I have this guy known as Frederick. Frederick introduced me to books and into life coaching. He gave me a push. He gave me books. He brought my heart to embrace books, and I have kept this as a culture. And so what am I saying? Good mentorship has an aspect of developing the heart. Then good mentorship also touches the abilities. So it comes to shape the abilities. And even if you're fearing, good mentorship pushes you to fine-tune your abilities. It pushes you to develop that ability that is within. If your mentorship is not pushing you, if your mentorship is too soft, that is not mentorship. That is something else. That is pampering. And there's a difference between mentorship and pampering. What I see, especially in Kenya today, I see a lot of people who brag outside there that they're doing mentorship, but they're doing bragging. You are shouting to people, you can make it, you can become, and all that. They are not developing abilities, because abilities are realistic gifts within, realistic capabilities. And a good mentor comes to you, tells you, you want to become an engineer? You say, yes, I want to become an engineer. And then direct, what is your performance in physics? What is your performance in mathematics? You want to become a doctor? What is your performance in biology? You want to become a musician? Have you written a song? You want to become a pastor? How many chapters of the Bible do you read per day? And so mentorship develops the ability, pushes you towards your abilities. It gives you a punch towards your abilities. And those that have tested my mentorship programs, especially the boys, the stretching out program, we develop the masculine ability in each and every man. And the boys who come to those programs, when they move out, the man is squeezed out. So abilities are developed in mentorship. Then we have P for personality. The personality, the person you are born to become without imitation. Because mentorship is not imitation, whereby if your mentor wears white, you also put on white. That is imitation. Don't imitate. You are born unique. And I always challenge people to go back to their thumb print. You are a unique being. You are the number one version of yourself. Nobody is like you. You are the number one version. If you look at your thumb print, you are the only person who holds the mark that you have. And you came into this world to put a mark. So even when you come for mentorship from me, You're not coming to imitate me. You're not coming so that you may become my photocopy. You are coming so that out of experience, I may shape a personality within you. And that personality is very important. In future, I'm going to come up with a program, with a topic on how to develop careers and talents using our personalities. Because if you are not in your true personality, then you're in prison. You are a slave to some circumstances, to some possibilities. But when you discover and when your mentor shapes your personality, what happens is you are able to penetrate. And that is why Paul could like to Timothy and tell Timothy, Timothy, do not be despised. Because the personality of Timothy was developed. The personality of faith was developed. The personality of conduct was developed. The personality of standing out was developed. When Elijah is about to move, he calls on Elisha and tells Elisha, if you'll see me go, you'll be ready to take a double portion. You see, this is a mentee who was so ambitious. Asked by Elijah, what is it that you want? He says, double portion anointing. So Elijah tells him, if you see me go, then you have your double portion. And so Elisha faces discouragements. The personality of Elisha is looking for double portion. Elijah wants to make sure that the mentor pays the price of personality development. That's a story for another day. I have these stories formulated out of all these things. But I'm saying, if your personality, if mentorship is not shaping your personality, stop that mentorship. Go away and seek for your mentor. And remember, I said it is out of the spirit. It is in spirit. It is not a motivation thing. Mentorship is not a motivation thing. Mentorship is an in-spirit thing. You develop the in-being. You let the people to connect to their in-spirit. And if they are connected to their in-spirit, these guys can make it and can become all they were born to be. Why is it important to develop the personality? You develop the personality because when the mentor is not there, it is the personality of the mentee that will come out. And then we go to E, which stands for experience. Any good mentorship doesn't only give theories. Sorry for that. Any good mentorship picks the mentees, takes them to where the rubber meets the road. I have heard people in my mentorship program saying, we're ni mnyama. And I'm happy being mnyama. I push these guys to terrorize them until I squeeze out. And I always ask them, imagine if the mango refused to be branded. Could we have juice? The answer is no. Imagine if a seedling refused to push through and sprout through the hard soil. Could we have a tree? The answer is no. The same principle is a principle used in mentorship, developing using experiences. If the mentorship that you're going through doesn't have an experiential part of it, then somebody is lying to you. Somebody is lying to you. You are trying to fake it until you make it. There is nothing like faking it until you make it. If you fake it until you make it, you become a fake person. That's why we have people, pastors who are fake. We have teachers who are fake, doctors who are fake, because you faked. But when you are connected to your spirit, when your heart is developed, when your abilities are developed, and your personality is developed, then you're shaped into an experience. You faith it until you make it. You're able to faith it. You're able to connect it back to your maker. And so a good mentorship is experiential, it is a connection, and it is a relationship. Keep it, Mamraka TV. Always subscribe to Mr. Talanta Africa. This is a place for real, relevant, and relational stuff. May God bless you. Until we meet next time, stay there. Keep on tuning. Keep on asking questions. Keep on commenting. Keep on liking. Keep on sharing with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. May God bless you. See you next time. Thank you.